Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today we've got news about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet TCG products. I'm pretty excited, and quite frankly, you should be too. And I want everyone to go and click the like button for this one. I don't usually ask specifically, but I really want you to for this one, because I'm like 8 hours into my playthrough of Pokemon Violet. I am having a ridiculously good time. No spoilers here, of course. And I've paused it. I've paused my playthrough to bring you this news, even though I've got enough videos to upload today that I didn't need to any work today, but I wanted to bring you guys the news. So click that like button, because I want to get back to Pokemon Violet. So yeah. What have we got here? Well, we've got 3 products that are going to be listed on distributor websites. We've got a tournament collection. This one's actually pretty easy. We've got an EX preview box and an EX box. Okay, so let's start off with the tournament collection. This one's really, really easy. It's a premium tournament collection, and I showed you the full art Boss's Orders Cyrus a little while ago. That was put on the PokeCard X app, if I remember correctly. It's that. It's definitely that. So we had the Marnie Premium Tournament Collection, which came with full art Marnie and 3 copies of the autograph Marnie, which was really cool, sold out instantly, nightmare to get hold of, etc. Then we had the Professor Juniper Premium Tournament Collection that had the full art, but then 3 regular Juniper, which was not quite as fun, if I'm perfectly honest with you. But it's still pretty cool. That one, far easier to get hold of, far more available. Jobs are good. And now we've got this one, which is going to be the same thing, but with Cyrus. So you're going to have a deck box and a coin and all of that good stuff. It's going to be lovely. You're going to get some sleeves. I think they have sleeves in, don't they? It's going to be a cool product. But here's the thing. We can look at Marnie and we can go, well, Marnie had the really cool smiling promo, the autograph promo. Professor Juniper didn't. And the reason essentially ended up being there wasn't anything for Juniper. With Marnie, we had a card we didn't have. We had a different artwork of the Marnie, which we were missing. So it made perfect sense that we would get that Marnie. But when it comes to Professor Juniper, we don't. We don't have another artwork. So we didn't get one. And when it comes to Boss's Order Cyrus, we don't have another one either. So I would expect it to just be 3 holos like we got in Astral Radiance, which I know isn't terribly exciting, and I know it's not necessarily what you want, and for that I can only apologise. I obviously mean Brilliant Stars. I'm being dumb here. It's obviously Brilliant Stars. So there's probably going to be 3 of those. I could go back and edit that, but I'm not going to. The point is, expect the full art, and it's wonderful Mitsuhiro Arita artwork. We love it. Don't expect particularly special others. Expect the full art, 3 regular, and then the deck box, sleeves, coin. I'm showing you the Marnie ones, obviously, because we don't have the Cyrus ones yet. And it's going to be cool. I'm going to buy it. And I think maybe some of you will as well. But in terms of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, what has gone and been revealed? What has gone and been shown off here? I should mention all of this is coming out. Well, okay. So the tournament collection I just showed you is 31st of March. There is an EX preview box coming on the 31st of March. And then there is a collection box, which is apparently coming on the 31st of May. Don't really read too much into these dates. They might be right. But remember, Scarlet and Violet, we are pretty gosh darn sure, is going to be coming, the first set is going to be February for us. So, I mean, in terms of the EX preview box, are we going to be getting a preview box a month after the set comes out? Maybe. Absolutely, maybe. I'm just saying, don't guarantee that it's going to be the same one or anything silly like that. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Just take the dates with a pinch of salt, I think is what I'm saying here. So, what are these going to be? And forgive me if this sounds a little bit obvious, they're going to have EXs in. Remember, of course, EXs are back. That is the big thing with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet in the TCG, at least. We're bringing the EXs back. We've so far seen a good look at Magnezone, and we've seen a pretty bad look at Lucario and a terrible look at Mimikyu. We know what Magnezone does. The other 2 are still very much up in the air. But EXs are coming back. 2 prize Pokemon that are the right level and don't have a GX attack or a V-Star power or any of that. just kind of regular Pokemon of the regular level, but very powerful and with EX and give up 2 prizes. Okay, so what's coming in these boxes? Which ones are going to be coming? And it might actually be these 3. And bear with me, right? Because a while ago, I told you about some products that were listed over in Japan. And they included the Scarlet and Violet Starter Set, EX Sprigatito and Lucario EX, Scarlet and Violet Starter Set EX Fuecoco and Ampharos EX, and Pokemon card game Scarlet and Violet Starter Deck EX Quaxly and Mimikyu EX. Now, obviously, it's Ampharos, not Magnezone. Okay, fine. But outside of that, it seems like these ones would be prime for the taking. Now, we know that sometimes things are promos in Japan and they're not promos over here. That's absolutely fine. Darkrai over in Japan came in its own deck. Over here, it was just whacked into Astral Radiance. And this time I actually mean Astral Radiance, not Brilliant Stars. Darkrai was in Astral Radiance. And that one, if it was wrong, I would have gone back and edited, but I didn't have to, so yay! So sometimes we have Japan promos like Darkrai that just end up in our regular set, and that's fine. And other times we have Japan promos that end up as promos over here. So, for instance, if we take Leafeon and Glaceon V-Star, they were promos over in Japan. They came in those fancy packs with a bunch of, well, you got some packs, and then you got the Glaceon V and V-Star. And then we got a very, very similar thing over here. So, maybe the fact that these are going to be promos in their own boxes in Japan means we're going to get them as promos in boxes over here. And maybe it doesn't. And I know there's a bunch of maybes here. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a listing for products that aren't going to be out for several months yet. We do not have even close to the full information here. But, you know, I speculate. It's kind of what I do. It's kind of my job, which is a weird thing to say out loud. And they would absolutely be ones that make sense. By the way, remember that over in Japan, it's a starter set EX Sprigatito and Lucario. It is not starter set EX Sprigatito and Lucario EX. Yeah, the Sprigatito, Fuecoco and Quaxly are just regular cards. And actually, while we're here, remember, we've had those Paldea collections that have been announced and seem extremely cool. And they should have promos of the first partner Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet. I can't tell you for absolute certain, but it would make perfect sense if those promos were the ones that were found in the starter sets over in Japan. That makes perfect sense. Now, do remember we've also seen a listing for the Pokemon card game Scarlet and Violet starter set EX, Pikachu EX and Lightning Pokemon. Now, that's not coming out in Japan till the 24th of March, so that would end up being a pretty much almost, you know, simultaneous release, which is generally not the way things are done, although there's nothing to stop it. And we know that Pokemon love doing, although to be fair, if this was the May box, then it would actually be a couple months after Japan, and that would be better. But we know that Pokemon love doing Pikachu products. Pikachu products are good. We found out the other day that in Crown Zenith, we're getting the Pikachu VMAX Special Collection. It's not been that long since we got the Pikachu V-Box. Pokemon love doing Pikachu products, so this would make a lot of sense. Maybe as the March box, maybe as the May box. Those are my front runners at the moment. They could be taking cards out of sets that we've not seen to put as promos, but I think it's more likely that these cards that are promos in Japan will end up coming out as promos over here. That's my bet. But we've got the Collection EX Preview box coming in March, and then just an EX box coming in May. And it could well be that the EX box is exactly the same as we've been seeing for the V boxes recently, like the Pikachu or like the Verizon, where you literally get 4 packs and a promo and a jumbo promo, and then maybe an extra holo as well, like they've started doing with the V boxes. So it may well be that the EX Special Collection is your bigger, fancier box, or the EX Preview box, whereas the EX box is literally just the newer versions of the V boxes, where you get the promo and the jumbo promo. I don't know is the honest answer, ladies and gentlemen, but this makes a lot of sense to me. The Premium Tournament Collection with Boss's Orders is pretty much a given as far as I'm concerned. I don't see any real sensible counter-argument. But the EXs, Well, that we can have some fun having a play around with. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know your predictions. I want to know anything you want to tell me. So let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWasi. That's where we talk Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel. You can get some bonus podcasts where I answer all of your questions. That's a lot of fun. You can join a Discord and chat with us about Pokemon. Or I'm going to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't have to be Pokemon. It can be anything you want. And you can get shout-outs on the channel, like the lovely Joseph Fagette, who's been a supporter of ours for a few months now and does seem to be a very lovely person. So thank you very much for the support, and thank you for being a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.